if you play sports, and it's not just football, not just wide receiver, but if you play sports and you have a past playing sports, you can understand where Calvin Ridley is coming from. How about this? If you're playing basketball and you're a shooter and all you do is set screens and rebound and play defense for 2 hours, and then they say, hey, hit a three-pointer with a guy in your face, we need it. In the fourth quarter, are you going to be like, you're cold, man. You've been busting your ass doing other stuff, but you're cold. If you're a golfer, because maybe you're not a team sports guy, which that's fine. You're a golfer. Let's just say you're on the 14th hole. The only thing you've done in this scramble is hit your driver. But your team says, hey, can you make this 8-foot putt? Probably not, because you've only been swinging the big stick the whole time for 3 hours.
It's throwing your closer in the 7th inning and then bringing in a starter to close the game. It's putting people in a spot where it's like, hey, I know you don't really we haven't really looked at you in this role, pretty much all year, but now that we need it, go get them. And it's kind of, whoa, hey, that's not how I'm supposed to be used.
How many Titans fans, Sam, have we heard over the years saying, Derrick Henry just needs to carry the ball 25 times a game to get going? Like, how many times have we heard that? Yeah. Same people say, Calvin, catch the damn ball. No, you can't just automatically say on command, Calvin, catch the ball in double coverage on 3rd and 8 in the fourth quarter. We're down 3. No, it's just like, you don't just walk up to a comedian and say, hey, be funny. Like, no, you don't do that. Like, that's not how these guys, these professionals work. Should he have caught the ball a couple times? Absolutely. Did he suck yesterday? Yes, just like he said. But here's what the Colts did. On the second play of the game, Michael Pittman had a catch. On the fourth play of the game, what'd they do? Josh Downs had a catch. They get their guys involved early. It seems like every other football team knows how to do this, except for the Tennessee Titans. They ran 3 screens. It basically did nothing early in the game, and then it set up the NWI touchdown. Just give one of those screens to Calvin Ridley.
They were up 17-13 at one time in the second half, and they legitimately had the ball and went run, punt with a healthy quarterback, allegedly. A healthy quarterback like this, but like it wasn't the way I was watching it. I'm like, this is the Green Bay Packers with Malik Willis in at quarterback when you're shelled and don't look like your team, or the Dolphins on Monday Night Football, where you're like, we've got nothing. We're just a shell of ourselves. We're trying to figure something out. The Titans are allegedly at full strength on offense. Like, Will Levis is in there. You've got Calvin Ridley. You've got DeAndre Hopkins. You've got all your weapons. The only guy that was out is Tajay Spears, but like Tony Pollard has been your primary back and had been killing it. And you just got up there and went run, punt. I'm so confused at how you're so okay with not taking any chances, not involving your wide receivers. Maybe you can help me here, because I did not get a chance to actually tune in to Brian Callahan's press conference, because the way that we broke this up, and this was the benefit of, me and Buck Rising both being there yesterday. There was a long wait for Brian Callahan to come step at the podium. And Buck and I kind of looked at each other and thought, by the time we get in the locker room, Calvin is going to be gone. All these guys are going to be gone. We need to talk to him. So I said, hey, you deal with Callahan. I'm going to go get Ridley right now. I'm going to go talk to Ridley. So I dipped out of Callahan's press conference. Was he asked about some of the personnel decisions that they made on offense? Because if not, I need to ask him today, because it blows my mind.
Yeah, I don't recall about the Brian Callahan press conference, if he was asked specifically about that, but he does talk at 11:30 today, and that's definitely something that 3rd and 4, and these guys on the 3rd and 4, the Colts are throwing to one of Downs and Pittman in the first quarter. Here, the thing that's the most mad that I've been watching the Titans this season. That's saying a lot. Is that it's 3rd and 4. You're down 7-0. You're a 1-3 at the time football team playing against a division rival, and you got $39 million of cash on the sideline. I keep going back to how much cash they are paying these guys, because I'm guessing Amy Adams Strunk is more angry than I was watching it on TV. And I want to go back to something too, because you brought up the whole run, punt, and other things that they're doing. I'm going to use a little bit of what Brian Callahan said on a podcast this summer. I don't remember if this was on the Ringers podcast, the Athletics podcast, or SI, because he did a lot of them over the summer as a new coach. He told a story about how Joe Burrow early in his career told Brian Callahan after a win, hey, I don't like run, pass on third down situations. He goes, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like the have to throw it on third down if I haven't thrown the football early in that set of downs on that drive. It's the same thing. And Brian Callahan was, oh, okay. You learn your players. Calvin Ridley and most really good wide receivers need to get the ball early to feel the game. You got to feel the game. And so that is something that Callahan talked about with Joe Burrow. That's relevant here, right? Because you have to learn these players, and Calvin Ridley is one of the best players on the team.